Alright guys, one of the very important facts for combined like terms is that terms are separated by a plus sign or a minus sign. Only those two signs, plus or minus, okay? So when we look at this, we say, okay, x, that's a term. And then you got like a space and a plus sign and another space. So clearly we're starting a new term. Yeah, so the 19, that's going to be our next term. And then we have another plus sign, so we're starting a new term. So AB, that's multiplied together, right? So there's no plus sign, there's no minus sign. This has to be just one thing altogether, just one thing, right? And then there's a plus sign. Now this is our next term, 6AB altogether, because it's just multiplied, right? Anything that's multiplied together, it stays one term. And then we have a minus sign and then a 3. And later on, it's going to get more complicated, right? You're going to have stuff like this, where you got, oh my gosh, well there's like an x squared and then there's a 3. I mean, maybe is this 2 terms or like 3? Like how many terms is this? Well, if there's no plus or minus sign, it's not a new term yet. So 3x squared y, all one term because there's no plus or minus. Then we have a minus. And then we got 4y, that's going to be our next term, yeah? And it's going to get even more bananas than this. And you're going to have stuff like this, and it just looks like, oh my gosh, that's got to be like 200 terms over there, right? There's like 100 over here and 200 over there, and that makes 300 terms. It's a bunch of terms. Well, that's not true. It's just 2 terms separated by a minus sign. This one is a term. This one is a term. And that's it. And so those are the terms that you're going to compare, and you're going to look and say, well, gee, are these exponents the same? A squared, there's b to the 3rd, okay, c to the 4th, oh, c to the 5th. So these are not the same. We're not going to combine them, right? And that's the whole idea. That's what we're getting at here. Are they the same? But you have to know what a term really is, and you have to know where the next term starts, right? So terms are always separated by plus sign or minus sign. Let's use this fact to attack the next couple of questions.